Pick one. You can't do comedy and singing.
Exactly.
Keep that in.
You've been singing every week on this fucking podcast, though.
I do end up singing.
Shame is delicious.
Happy New Year! Woo! What the hell, man? What were you against the New Year?
No, I'm not against the New Year. It felt way too enthusiastic for what is still a continuation of quite poor economic conditions in the United Kingdom. And severe income inequality. And Rachel Fairburn is here!
Yay!
Hello.
Hi, mate. You're
How-
all right. You
I'm
don't
good.
sound it. But
Yeah,
thanks for
I was
having
literally
me.
about to go, we've got a brown prime minister, shut the fuck up.
what more do you want?
I was going to say, yeah, you happy now?
I'm disappointed you didn't go into Parliament like playing the Dawn. Because I reckon it was like a Caribbean prime minister to have steel drums or something outside. Is that racist? Probably.
Do you know, I used to play the steel pans at school.
At school, we all did though.
Did you?
I never did that.
Oh my God, I loved it. Mr. Braithwaite was our teacher, and now he teaches kids that are in my nephew's school as well.
Yeah.
I loved it. We played all of the different pans, those ones and the bass
Pads?
ones.
Is that what they're
And
called?
The
I don't know,
pans,
it's your
aren't
culture.
they?
I
Steel
never
pans.
played. I've just called them drums.
Yeah,
but I never played
all
them.
right, it's steel pans, and then there's drums at the
Yeah,
back.
Yeah, there is, yeah.
Oh my God, I loved it.
I imagine you were probably quite good at it too.
I loved it. I was really good at it. But then when we moved up from to the junior school from the infant school, we couldn't carry on with it.
I reckon Rachel. So if you don't know Rachel Fairburn, you should do. She's a wonderful comedian. She's one half of the All Killer No Filler podcast.
That's the
That
one,
is
isn't it?
absolutely smashing it.
Well done.
Yeah, I mean it is absolutely smashing.
They're
It
smashing
is.
it.
When Darren and I were discussing how to do the podcast, we put some podcasts on a whiteboard
Yeah, we did, yeah.
of the podcast that we want to emulate.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
we had
yours.
yours and Kiri's was up there,
Yeah.
but then we also had off menu with arrows in as well. And then we had Have a Word, and Eshaan had already put lipstick on and kissed that one.
Oh! Wow! Listen, the fans have taken to me. It's not. Anyway. So Rachel's one of the best. So we're very honoured to have her here. How's life? How's things? How's everything?
Absolutely fine.
By the way, if you can see this if you're watching this on YouTube, please do. Rachel looks the absolute dog's.
Rachel, is there any way you
Oh,
could?
stop it, you. What is he like?
Is there any way you could take your shoe off and just show your trainers are so cool. Look at this. Come
I
on.
prefer the socks.
Can we
Those
get
trainers are cool.
Can we get a zoom? Can we get a zoom on that? And look at the materials. You see this?
crap check?
See, I cleaned these last night with I always use an old toothbrush to clean trainers, and I might have mentioned this, but I might have mentioned this on the podcast. I might have told you. So I have in my bathroom, in one of the cupboards. You know, you have the cupboard there's stuff in it that you don't really use.
Yeah.
It's like that's just the spare stuff.
Yeah,
Like, it'd be a
usually-
paintbrush or
I
something,
usually
that
keep
kind
a
of stuff.
person in there.
Yeah. And I keep old toothbrushes in it so I can use them to clean my trainers with like bicarbonate of soda or whatever, you know. Like. Anyway, my boyfriend annoys the shit out of me, and he's one of those people that doesn't look after his stuff and he just uses stuff that isn't his. Like if it's not yours, don't use it. That's
Yeah.
my rules, right? If it's not yours, don't touch it. If it's not yours, don't use it.
Yeah.
Anyway, he came into the bedroom one night and he went, "Oh, I'm really sorry. I just used one of those spare toothbrushes that was in the top thing." And I was like, "Fucking yes."
Oh, come on.
Yes. And I went, "Oh, have you now?" I said, "Well, quite interesting. Was it the ones in the top in the glass?" And he's like, "Yeah." I said, "Well, I use those to clean my trainers." And then he just went, oh, I feel really ill. I think I'm dying. I was like, "You fucking piece of shit. You're not dying." I absolutely, it was one of the best evenings of my life. I loved it so much. I loved it. And he's like, "What's wrong with you keeping stuff like that?" I'm like, "That's not your cupboard. Keep to your own little cupboard. And then you won't have these."
Also, who sort of grabs a random toothbrush that is obviously like battered and just thinks to brush their teeth with it?
You might not be battered. You might do it with a
It's
lot of
not
precision.
actually. It's not battered because
Yeah.
I'm a bit like you because you like your teeth. You like getting your teeth done and stuff.
No, but for your shoes though.
You like your
Oh, yeah,
teeth.
I do love my
Oh,
teeth.
you know what I mean? Like,
What a sentence.
I don't find it funny. I think it's very true.
That's one thing about you,
Also-
Darren. You love your teeth.
Also,
Yeah, I
I'm
like
glad
that,
I'm
though.
glad Rachel brought my teeth. I now have a brace put behind my bottom
Have
tooth. I had
you?
it done 2 days ago. Yeah. I've got a permanent brace behind my bottom tooth.
What? So we're digressing slightly here. When will you be happy
know.
with your teeth? What is the end goal here?
You know what? That is a absolute diamond question. Okay, so
Is it diamonds in your teeth?
That's a very so okay. So I've had a brace put here.
Yeah.
I was told I can't have a brace behind my top teeth because of something to do with the size of them. And
Sorry, we can't put a railroad in there. Sorry, we can't extend a West Coast service all the way to Darren's fucking teeth.
Well, we can't put a monorail there, unfortunately. But I'm now getting new Invisaligns to sleep in. But honestly, I don't know. I would be more than happy to have all my teeth knocked out and have veneers in.
Why? Your teeth are lovely. You shouldn't. They're so healthy.
They're really straight.
They're the
aren't they?
healthiest.
I've had them shaved.
I think you've spent more on your teeth than Kim Kardashian spent on her ass.
I would happily tell you how much I've spent on my teeth
How much?
already. Let me. I think I've probably spent in the last 3 years on my teeth about. Well, the Invisaligns alone were $2,900.
Okay, let's have a guess. So, how much do you think it is?
I'm going to say $6,000.
I reckon you're knocking 12.
No, it's about $6,000.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, the Invisaligns were $2,900.
Disappointing.
And then, I'd say it's about $6,000. Yeah, it's probably about six grand. So in 3 years on my teeth.
And that's what you've ended up with.
But you see, I think this is, it's really, I think it's money well spent when you're spending money on your teeth. I am the same because
Do you spend money on your teeth?
I go to the dentist more often than I should.
You've got lovely teeth, to be fair to you.
Exactly.
But I've got one little bit here that I want straightening that's annoying me.
Uh-huh.
But I
Get it done.
I'm obsessed with cleaning my teeth, obsessed with flossing.
Yeah.
I like to have them nice. I go to the dentist quite a lot. Also, I had like 4 fillings. I only had about 4, but they were, the black fillings.
I paid for white ones.
What colour are your
I
fillings?
paid
I
for
paid for
white
the white.
ones. Yeah.
Oh, of course you did.
Same.
yeah.
I paid to have them removed and have white
You
ones
see?
put in.
See, no matter how much money I earn, I'm going to resolutely make sure my teeth are shit.
Why do you want to do
Because
that?
I just want everyone to get so frustrated to be like, he's got money, he can sort out his teeth.
You're
For me, having bad teeth is the great last bastion of being British.
no,
That is, no matter what happens for the rest of my life, I'll be like, look, I am British, look at my teeth.
look how amazing your hair is. You've
Lovely.
you've got
Luxurious.
luxurious hair, and your teeth
A
is
thick
just
mop of
shitting
hair.
on it.
What my teeth?
It's shitty because it all matches. It all goes in, and then your teeth are just letting them down.
I think, in the great words of the philosopher John Legend, there's a lot of beauty and imperfection,
No, you should honestly.
But also, I don't. I look at your teeth, and I think you've got nice teeth as well. I don't think.
Rachel,
I
no,
don't look at you and
fuck
think
that.
you need
Listen.
your teeth done.
Thank you, Rachel. I appreciate that because, shall I tell you the first time I met Rachel? Well, the first
Was
time
it was it a dentist?
No, it wasn't Rachel. One of my favourite exchanges with Rachel.
Oh God, what have I done?
British Comedy Awards a couple of years ago. Everyone's really hammered.
Yeah.
We go to a bar.
Oh no, this was this year, wasn't it?
Was it this year?
I think so.
Was it?
Yeah.
Hang on.
I'm
Can we-
nervous now. I don't know what
Is
I
it?
said.
Was it the Channel 4
Yeah.
comedy? Can you quickly explain what that's like for people? Because it is an absolute shit show. It's like, as in, and I say that as a guy who's been
Well,
nominated.
please vote for us next year.
As a guy, no, a shit show as in it's free drinks.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
full of comedians.
Yeah.
Everybody gets hammered, and they have to end the show by 4 p.m.
Yeah.
because they know that if they did it any longer,
Yeah.
they'd be vomit on the floor.
Exactly.
It's-
That. And there's like 3 different after parties going on, and then it is bedlam. This was the 3rd after party that I went to, and Rachel was there. First time I met Rachel properly, actually. Rachel was quite hammered. I was quite hammered. Bump into Rachel, and Rachel looks at me. She goes, "Oh, you're actually quite handsome."
You're a good-looking fella.
There's the actually. I was like, that hurt.
Okay, do you know right? Do you know why
That's
this was?
really
Do you know why
funny.
this probably was? I'm going to defend my drunk self here because the first time I properly met you was
You looked minging.
it was in Edinburgh years ago.
Oh.
Oh
and I
God, was he
with-
crying? He
Yeah.
sounds always-
So I was with.
Oh.
No, listen. Can I tell this story? Because it's a nice story. Because I come off really well in it. And so Will, I was with Will Duggan,
All right,
who
yeah.
you know, and
Yeah.
you know, and he knew you, and I didn't know you. And we were walking up that cobbled street that goes up at the side of the Just Tonic venues, and he started talking to you, and you were really down because I don't know, you were just not having a very good time. I think it might have been the last day of the Fringe, and you were just not having a good time.
Yeah.
And I'd never met you before.
Yeah.
And do you know what? I was absolutely lovely to him. And I honestly, I really feel that I gave you a real boost, and I came away from that thinking, thank God that you met me 2 drinks in, and not after 7 pints or something. But I thought, I was like, oh, he shouldn't. And look at you now. You weren't enjoying yourself then,
Yeah.
and now you're on bloody live at the Apollo.
Well, that Fringe was it the great cheap Fringe of 2016?
Yeah. No, I think it's definitely that one. Yeah, you was a fucking mess.
What was wrong?
The entire fringe.
Basically, it was weird because in that fringe, I found out that my then girlfriend had cheated on me.
And we became really good friends, though.
Yeah,
we
we
became
did.
really close because you thought I was going to be a dick,
Yeah.
and then I saw you crying, and I was a good mate to you.
Aw.
So also, like Rachel, I came across really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. Well done. I come across-
I'm 1 for 17.
Yeah, and I come across fucking pathetic. Yeah, it was. I found out that my then girlfriend had cheated on me for the third time.
What?
I was pretty broke.
Third time?
Yeah,
you
yeah.
knew about the previous two?
Yeah,
What the
yeah.
hell is wrong with you?
Yeah, I was just like, might as well give them a chance. People can change.
However, though,
Dear reader, they do not change.
she was hot. She was very hot.
Thanks.
I'm defending you. She was hot.
So she cheated on me. I was broke. I wasn't. No one really enjoys the fringe, really, do
No.
they?
No.
But also, was that must have been before I met my then whirlwind romance.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Whirlwind.
I had a
You
whirlwind.
mean rebound?
It was a bit of a rebound for both of us. She'd come out of a 7-year relationship.
That was a following fringe, no?
That was the same fringe.
Ooh.
What? Was that the same fringe?
Yeah.
Wow.
2 days after.
That's like a ITV miniseries you
I
got
know,
there.
bro. And also, so this woman as well, who I then hooked up with, she was like a lot. Put it this way. When I
Let me interrupt. Also very hot.
Thank you.
She's hot. She's hot.
I do very well.
So you are quite handsome.
Thank you.
Honestly, Isha's a good-looking guy.
Yes,
If you could see the list, I've met some of the women Isha has dated. It's with his teeth as well. It's wild.
It is a hair distraction. So this girl I dated, she's like a theatre director, and I remember we were at the Abattoir bar, and so there's like 3 artist bars at the Fringe, and Abattoir is one of them.
It's gone very
What?
arty, hasn't it? Well, she was a theatre director.
Yeah.
3 performance bars.
Look at the Abattoir.
One night, this is how much slamming I get, right? One night, we're at the bar, and 3 of the staff members who work there, one of them comes up to me and goes, are you dating, I won't say the name of the woman, are you dating, let's call her Jasmine. Are you dating Jasmine? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, all of us are so surprised that you pulled that off.
Do you know what I thought you were going to say? I thought you were going to say all of us are dating Jasmine.
Did I?
And I was like,
That would have been a better story. I was like, what do you mean? And he goes, yeah, we can't believe it. Like, she could have anyone. Why did we don't understand why she chose you?
oh my, who is this rude
It was
bastard?
the guy who worked at the Abattoir. And then she
Wild.
found out and got a bottle of something and smashed it on the bar and walked out with me.
I don't know
And
that.
fucked the shit out of me afterwards.
Oh,
I don't know whether we applaud that or...
That's mad. How fucking rude was that man, though?
He clearly was obsessed with
Thing is,
her.
I always get that though. I've never been with someone where the person hasn't been like, how... And sometimes I know it's like a bit cheeky, but it's every single time that how you...
I always say that
Does that happen to you? Does that happen to you?
No.
No, but
No.
but yeah, but I don't understand why people do that with you.
It's very
because
weird.
I don't understand why people wouldn't think that you would have an attractive partner because you're a handsome chap, you're a nice guy, you're funny, you're intelligent.
Thank you. Welcome to the...
I've always said A+
Therapy
personalities. That's what I said to you when you was crying. I
Yeah,
said,
that's
what we are. We're A+ personalities. Doesn't matter. Whatever happens, we are A+ personalities.
I
One
think
of us
we
has
should
great teeth.
divert this away from me.
No.
I guess. Rachel?
Yes. What do you want to know?
No, just...
Oh,
I'm quite. I like the fact that Rachel just said that you're actually quite good looking.
Yeah, was he actually?
That's really funny to me.
What that suggested to me is...
She's seen pictures of you.
no,
and-
Yeah.
no.
Ugh.
You know, no. Do you know
Ugh.
what it is? Because I think it's because you are quite self-deprecating.
Am I?
So, yes.
Yeah, you do. You go on. Yeah, you do. Yeah.
You are very
But
self-deprecating.
not on stage, I'm not. On stage, I'm like, I'm the fucking...
There you do. You talk about, oh, I'm fat and I'm
Yeah.
deaf and I'm all that.
But I don't say it in a self-deprecating
Well, that's what we
way.
say off stage.
I say it in an empowered way.
I'm fat and I'm deaf and I'm stupid.
I say it in an empowered way. Body positivity.
Also, the thing is, I don't think women are bothered about men's physiques. Do you know what I mean?
That makes me feel bad.
No. I mean, because and you're deaf and men don't listen. Men don't listen anyway, so it doesn't make any difference. But no, what I meant
God.
is no, because you were saying like he says, oh, I'm fat and I'm deaf.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think women are bothered that because I've been out with quite a few fat lads, and I'm not really bothered about. I'd rather have someone who was funny and
Yeah.
Did you date when you were fat?
Yeah. I've never stopped. Again,
Once you popped.
that's how I know. A for the personality, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen pictures of Darren in his fat Chris Rock years?
Rachel, you would have met me back when I was fat. I've known Rachel's one of the. How long have you been stand-up comedy for?
14, 15
Yeah,
years.
exactly. Yeah, so Rachel would have met
Really?
me in between and Kiri, yeah.
But I don't ever remember you as fat.
Oh my gosh,
Ever?
yeah. I mean, I was 2 years ago, I was like 20 stone.
What?
No, you weren't.
During lockdown, I weigh myself, I've got pictures.
But that was like muscle stone.
No, I got fat. Do you want me to show you one? I can literally show you a picture of how fat I was about a year and a half
Yeah,
ago.
I'd like
go
to
on
see it. Yeah,
All right, let me have
I
a
bet he's not
look.
even fat.
I bet he is.
But I was fat when I was at school. I was to be honest with you, I was eating chips and pie every day for me dinner. So
I reckon you were probably a delightful kid at school. You've got that. Oh God.
Those are good notes.
Yeah, I bet you were a fit kid.
fit fat kid.
Yeah.
Here's one. I was definitely fat, but I was fat at 11th of June, 2021.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't actually look.
Was that really?
Yeah, that's
You
me.
were a fat tubby bastard,
I,
weren't you?
I was fatter. I can actually tell you how much I weighed
Wow.
then. 19.8 stone, because there's a scale right there.
Your belly-
it's
your
fat.
belly-
It's just
your
much.
belly's got a face. It's cute.
That's not that because you don't.
But I got a lot fatter than that. I don't mind showing it to camera.
Show it to camera.
My dick was pretty good though. Jesus. It's because it's really tight. Look how tight the fat I
Oh,
did.
blimey. That is. See, that's the other problem. Maybe because your clothes don't fit you. Or maybe they fit you. I don't understand. I don't know. Do you?
But I
you.
made sure to smile, because when people do those fat photos, they're always like quite sad. I wanted to be smiling in both, even though when I was fat, I was dying inside.
Oh.
Well, I like that your belly's got a face.
You always have to bring something bleak. I was dying inside.
Such a bleak person. Right, so shame is delicious. Is the pod. We try to talk about shame, and you're a perfect person to have on the pod because your podcast, All Killa No Filla, is all about serial killers.
Yes.
And usually that would be a topic because I love a serial killer documentary myself. It's one of my favourite things to watch.
Lovely.
I actually think Rachel's sick of serial killers.
Yeah.
Are you sick of the rise of the popularity of them on like Netflix, for example?
I get sick of like, I am still interested. Of course, I'm still interested in it, and I still read a lot of true crime, and I still watch a lot of true crime. But what I hate is when it's a documentary on Netflix and it's 6 parts, and it's like, why is this 6 parts? This could be 1 hour.
Yeah.
There is no need to go into, and then on a Wednesday they used to like doing this, and then in 1972 they went on holiday, and it's totally irrelevant information.
Yeah.
And people on the, I was watching a documentary. You know Armie Hammer, the actor who's been disgraced, and I've got views about this. I'm not going to go into.
What was he disgraced for?
It was disgraced. Well, Rachel, I'll let you explain.
Okay. Basically, he was messaging women, and he was married, but he was getting with these women, but then getting into doing bondage with them. And then some of them were like, well, it might not be 100% consensual. Look, I'm not getting into it.
He also sent a lot of messages where, like, his dirty text was him almost wanting to, like, eat them. Like, he said, it was quite, like, it sounded like cannibalism.
Eat them or eat them out?
No, eat them.
Okay.
Like, eat body parts of them.
Oh, right.
The sort of messages he was sending.
I mean, he wasn't going to do it.
He wasn't going to do it, no, but it all came. When you're an A-list celebrity, you don't want any messages coming out that you fantasize about cannibalism with people. It's a bit weird.
But the point about what I was saying was, I'm not going into any of this shit, was they had someone on talking about him, and it was someone who used to be in his drama class. Who?
What?
It was someone like Dave Smith, who used to be in his acting class in
How
Los
do they
Angeles in
even verify that?
1997 or something.
How do they even verify that?
I mean, I did drama class. Somebody could come out and talk about me.
What would they say?
Oh, his teeth wasn't as nice.
So, okay, the non-consent bit, of course, is horrible. But actually, I don't think if you cheat on your partner for bondage, that's cheating.
Okay, let's deep dive into this.
Because your partner, A, might not be into it,
Yeah.
and B, you might
Says
not
the
want
man
to
who was crying because he got cheated on 3 times.
Oh, no, right?
and you might not want to degrade your partner in that way.
But some people don't look at it as degrading.
Or maybe just keep a lid on. You don't have to satisfy every little sexual need that you might have in your head all
Which
the
is
time.
also true, but I think sometimes you might feel like, do you know what? I'd quite like to be punched in the face.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
sure you can find something.
Nice one, Alice. Or whatever the kink might be, and you might not want to ask your partner to do that. I don't know if that's cheating.
Okay, so say you and your partner, say your girlfriend is into, I don't know, bondage, and you find out, oh yeah, I do this bondage thing with this guy, and he sort of like spanks me and whips me and all that sort of stuff.
I'm like, well, why didn't you try it with me first? Maybe. I'll try it, and if it doesn't work, well, go on then.
Oh, I like how you said that. Go on then, like as a kid outdoors.
Oh,
Go on then. Go to the park. Go on then.
Come back before dark.
You would be happy to let her explore those kinks
Yeah.
with somebody else if you're not into it.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not. No, I think, I'm with Rachel on it where I'm like, I don't think everything needs to be.
Yeah. You don't have to, you don't have to. I don't know. I just think some things, it's like, you do what you want,
Yeah.
but, you don't have to,
Not everything needs to be explored.
exactly. That's
Get it
fine.
all out your system.
Yeah, but
then
how? How'd you get out of your system?
You stay single or whatever, and then you just date, and then you do all that stuff. Then when you find someone,
It might enter your lexicon, 10 years into a relationship.
Well, can I be honest? I think what we're talking about here is men, really, not being funny around. I mean, it's very
Women
rare.
have fantasies.
Yeah, but it's very rare that
Yeah.
they do, but it's to the extreme. It's not like we're going to go, do you know what? I really want to go out and,
Get punched in the face.
strangle
We're
a
more aware of
man.
the admin.
yeah, exactly, yeah. There is
It's,
much more admin for women.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's right. I think it's more of a guy thing to just be like, oh yeah, I kind of want to try this, and then. But I think for a lot of guys, they're not going to ask their partner. They're not going to mention it to their partner because they might be embarrassed. So instead,
They
they
feel
might
a bit
just go on a
ashamed about
website that and talk to somebody who already does that.
What's the
sort of.
weirdest
Yeah.
thing you've asked a partner to do?
Oh gosh. Give me a hug. Any kind of loving thing is very strange to me. I'm just like, give me a hug. Yeah. Don't say you love me. Oh God, let's not do that. Even saying that makes me just want to.
Is that a question you'd like to answer?
I'm in therapy.
What? Well, see, I'm not like that. I'm not one of these. I'm not one of these sex freaks. I just think, just do it and
Yeah, do it, get it done.
move on with your
I
life.
once,
Like, I'm not-
Here we go. This was the whole.
I once with an ex of mine who they really liked the blue coconut chocolates from Quality Street.
Yeah. Okay.
I once made a tunic out of those.
you what?
I made a tunic out of these chocolates,
Okay. Okay.
and she just had to peel them, eat them.
We all have questions.
You made a tunic out of the worst chocolates in the world.
They were her favourite chocolates.
Fucking
So
hell.
I made the tunic and just waited for her in bed.
Wait. So you did.
Why are
Wait.
you getting
Hang on,
switched
yeah.
realities?
Wait. You did arts and crafts for sex.
Yeah.
You made a tunic.
I've done it loads. I've done different things.
Like what? Come on.
Like a couple of years ago at Christmas, her favourite thing was Lebkuchen, which are like these chocolate cinnamony little biscuits. So I just put one over my nipples and one on my cock.
Are you that fat? It's all food. Like what? Like,
Right.
this is disgusting.
It
It's the
is-
worst thing I've ever heard.
Do you know what it is as well, right? I'm sorry. It is unhygienic. I do not want food
I
on
shower
a human
first.
body. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
But the tunic, but the tunic covered it from touching my skin.
I don't care. It's still.
Also, where did you get them all from? The coconut, the blue
shop.
Did they sell them like? Oh, really? Did you shop? Oh my God. Okay, that's new.
They're always left over after Christmas to
Yeah.
around people's
Yeah, what-
houses.
Yeah. What do you? Yeah.
Lidl always have Lebkuchen in
Just-
their fucking...
So then you put it on your nipple, and then you just laid there and went, snacks ready.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
The snack bar is open.
That's disgusting.
Eshaan snack bar.
That's disgusting. What else? My attitude towards food anyway. This is already.
Okay, so I've done a tunic made of those coconut chocolates. I've done Lebkuchen, But my favourite one was, for some reason, I decided to, like, you know those life art drawings where you have different vegetables and fruits?
Yeah.
I got a collection of different fruits and vegetables, including a butternut squash over my cup.
At least it's relatively healthier than the other two.
And then I was in
It's one of
bed.
your 5 a day.
I was in bed, like keeping myself, erect.
Surrounded by...
With a
Fruits and
butternut
vegetables.
squash.
Fruits and vegetables.
Just use that.
And then she messaged me to say that she was running late, but I didn't want to lose my erection. So I carried on keeping my erection going,
You were edging.
basically. And then it was like 22 minutes later than initially planned. And
Oh, yeah, the stopwatch.
yeah.
No,
she was
just like a
supposed to be
PE
home.
teacher. With
The reason I remember is she was meant to be home at 5 and it was 5:22 when I next looked at the watch, at the clock. And then when she came home, because I'd been edging for so long, I wasn't expecting her to come in. So then the sound made me come all over some butternut squash.
So she walks in.
To me just jizzing on some butternut squash.
Fucking hell. What is wrong with this? Is right, but also in the first instance, why the veg?
Because I just thought it'd be funny.
Uncooked.
She mentioned that she liked life art drawing, so I thought, okay, let me just...
Why does everything have to, like... Why is it always going to have sex involved in it? It's just... I like life art. I don't know, take it to a museum.
I'm a horny bugger.
You just... poor butternut squash.
There's nothing sexy about butternut squash.
Not one of those 3 things you've described as even...
I had sex on 2 of those 3 occasions.
Okay.
So it worked.
And did you eat any of the veg afterwards?
The banana, yeah.
She had one too. You are disgusted. I couldn't even like the edible panties and all that sort of stuff. I'm like,
Edinburgh panties?
not Edinburgh panties.
What did you say?
Edible.
Oh, edible.
I'm always like, no, because
No, that is too much.
it's not going to be good.
That's too close to the genitalia.
Also, I think things like sexy underwear are cringe as well. Like,
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, do you know what I've got this thing, right? I genuinely believe that people who have to approach sex wearing sexy underwear, I think they are deeply unsexy. I don't know what it is. There's just, I think it denotes a lack of sex appeal.
Really?
Yeah, it's a turn off. I don't know, like, obviously when you see, Victoria's Secret models, they look fantastic, they look amazing. I think, oh yeah, they look very sexy, but there's just something that's very like, dull, like not, there's no.
Do you mean like, so for example, I'm not into sexy lingerie, I just don't care about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like anytime I've been with somebody and they've put on some special lingerie, I'm just like, what are we doing? Like, just, why do you even do that? Just be naked, just take it off. It makes no sense to me why I brought this new line. I do not care at all.
They've got a French accent every time.
I do not care. Take it off, because my underwear is horrendous. They don't care about my underwear because mine's always got rips in. It's I only buy underwear at Christmas from family. That's kind of my rule. So they have to go
And buy underwear.
11
And
months.
so you see, this is it, Rex, because we both like our clothes, don't
Yeah.
we? We love clothes, but underwear,
Couldn't give a shit.
I couldn't give a shit. Like it's just got to fit right, and I'm not bothered if it's Marks and Spencer's massive knickers that look like bloomers and like a bra that looks like it's from the war. I really don't care about stuff like that. I'm all about
And Eshaan just prefers to use food as underwear at this point.
just 2 melons. Like.
Yeah. I quite like nice underwear. I think it's a good thing.
But no. I don't mind if like my girlfriend's like just normally whatever she's normally wearing is fine. Like sometimes it can look sexier, whatever. But when it's like a special, I've put this on, and to me it's quite
Like a
cringy.
negligee is
Ooh,
nice,
makes
isn't
me-
it?
Negligee. What are you, a nana? Oh, look at her in her brassiere.
Yeah.
So
Negligees are nice.
negligee.
I think they're nice.
Have you ever brought a girlfriend?
In general.
Yeah.
You just pay for it.
Also, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I have. I've bought lingerie, yeah.
And
Lingerie, negligee.
And see, because to me, that's too cringy.
Is it?
So, yeah, it's just because I just don't care about it that much. Like, so you walk into a shop, are
Yeah.
you with her or is it just you?
Just me, usually.
So you're walking around, you're just going...
Just me and anorak.
Yeah.
Little stains.
You just reminded me of something.
Oh, what was it?
So, ages ago, well, about 3 years ago, I was in Primark in Manchester.
Yeah.
At killing time before my gig at the Frog and Bucket. And I was just walking around and I was in the upstairs bit, which was the underwear section. And I was just passing through it and I was looking at like some pajamas or something. And this guy came up to me and he was wearing like a really long sort of Russian vintage like army coat. I was like, oh, that's a weird coat, but quite cool, quite like it. And he said, I had my earphones in, and he said, oh, excuse me, and so I took my earphones out. I said, I've been sent out to buy some knickers for somebody.
Oh.
And I think they're probably the same size as you.
Oh.
And I went, what? And he went, oh, do you think these would fit you? And I went, what? And he went, I said, who sent you out? I don't know why this was relevant. I said, who sent you out to buy underwear?
Yeah.
And he said, oh, I'm doing a theatrical production and one of the actresses needs some knickers.
Nice.
And she's had to send me out to get them, and I've had to get these tights and these knickers. And you seem the same size, and I can't remember what size she is. Would these fit you? And I went, do you know what, mate? Just fucking ring her. Bye. And walked off. I was like, I'm not getting involved in your fucking
I love
fetish,
that.
you nutter.
I love that because I feel like some women would have been like, oh, well, I don't know. You know what, mate? Just fucking ring her.
Yeah,
I was like, just fucking ring her, mate. I'm not getting... And it's like, you know when someone's talking to you and you go, hang on a minute, I think this is someone's fetish. I don't want to get involved in this.
It's nice that you clock that. I don't feel like...
You should see what I do in supermarkets. Oh. Walking around with avocado saying, listen, I'm trying to buy avocados for my girlfriend. Does this fit you?
Yeah, I guess when it comes to stuff like that. I mean, okay, so what about like toys?
Yeah, there's been toys.
Yeah,
I'm very sexually exploratory.
Okay, it's great. That sounded like some sort of weird, like, Windows 95 ad. The way you said it, like a nerd trying to get sex.
Like a paperclip.
Yeah, you really did.
It looks like we're about to explore some sex.
You really did.
Would you like some assistance?
I'm very sexually explorative, if you need any help. You really Zuckerberg that.
So would you buy sex toys for a girlfriend without a discussion? Would you just go, hey, I bought you this?
No, usually there'd be some sort of discussion beforehand, kind of like, oh, you know, I'm into this, or like, I'm going to try that. Something would have been discussed, and I might surprise them with it. Be like, here's the 12-foot dick that you wanted.
Yeah.
Sorry, I couldn't provide. Enjoy.
You can't surprise someone with a 12-foot dick. You've got
Just dragging it down the
need
road
prior warning
like
for that.
Santa over one arm.
You've got to tell someone's 2 days off work.
Excuse me. Yeah. I'm happy to buy toys and stuff like that, and try it in the bedroom and see what happens.
Any bad experiences?
Not with toys.
Have you ever tried any toys on you?
You meant for the partner.
Yeah.
No, they've enjoyed pretty much most of the things, I think.
Oh yeah, that's a good question. Have you ever, you know?
I'll tell you what I've done. I've tried a cock ring. Cock rings are pretty fine, but I just don't like the idea of having like electricity in my dick. It's just battery pack. It just feels weird next to my dick.
Sorry, is that a hill you're willing to die on? No. I, Darren Harriott, do not want electricity near my penis.
It's very odd. Also, my thing with stuff like that is, what if I like it too much? And that's it. And every time I have sex, I have to just have yeah, I've got to get a cock ring. And those weird circle batteries that you can never find. I don't want that.
That's funny.
I don't need that at all. No. But yeah, what have you tried?
What have I tried that is interesting, that would be interesting and not shameful for the pod?
What have you
I don't feel shame about anything.
Or shame? Or,
well, I don't feel shame anyway, as you know.
what have you put up your butt?
Have there been strap-ons involved?
You've had a strap on it.
You've been pegged.
Yeah.
What is going on? This is what the podcast is for. By who? And do I know her?
Do you want to know what?
By someone, and no, I don't think you do.
What was that like? Well, hang on, we're supposed to get to Rachel, but this is going to take up a lot of our time now.
Listen, I'm happy to listen
Also,
and learn.
which one of these bottles was closest shape?
Is it a good time for me to hold up the sign?
Hey,
It's all over the sign that says plugs. Let's get to this and we'll do plugs. Yeah, so what? Tell me, you got to tell us about it.
This particular person was really wanted to try it with me because they were like, "Oh, you seem like, you might enjoy it." I'm like, "Well, I don't know. I don't know if I would.
Yeah.
It's not." But I always think you should try everything once. And we tried it twice. And I decided it wasn't for me.
Did it go all the way in?
It went a fair way.
Oh my god! Did she at least use lube?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. I
I
mean,
mean, I don't think
Hand sanitizer.
straight in dry. Took a run up.
Yeah, up the stairs. I'm coming.
Good for you. I mean, there's nothing else where you can go after that once you've tried that.
Yeah, it wasn't
Pegging.
for me. It wasn't for me.
How did you like let her know that it wasn't for you?
I said, "This is not for me."
Fair enough. I don't know. In my head, I'm like, "Are you doing this?"
You had me crying again, didn't you? Like, no, come back.
And what happened to that dildo? That strap on, I guess.
I think she kept it. I mean, I don't know if she's using
Jesus,
it.
put
So
that on,
funny
man.
if it was a guest on the show. Next.
Yeah. I mean, she was enjoying it. Which makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
the thing is,
You can't feel
there
it.
was no stimulation for her.
That's what I'm thinking. It must be
Must be
mental.
a power thing.
It's mental, isn't
It's
it?
obviously a power thing, but I find it. I would be so deeply embarrassed to do that. Like, just put that on, which
Yeah.
looks funny anyway,
Yeah, that is funny.
and then like,
Because what made it funny was like I had to help her with
bump
the.
someone.
Oh, you had to help her with the buckle. Yeah, she wasn't strong enough to do the buckle. You had to buckle it for her.
Because she was like she couldn't get the clasp. on
Please
properly.
tell me she held your hair and. Right.
No, she couldn't get the clasp on, so I was like, "I'm going to be helping with that." I put it on a
Let me
necklace.
help you.
It was like,
Who paid for it?
she did.
Oh my gosh, that is wow. You're a trooper, dude.
At least it was new.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We made sure we. Her thing
We both
on the back,
opened
yeah.
it brand new together.
Yeah.
Good for you, dude. I respect that, man. It's not. I couldn't go there with that. Oh, that just seems painful. And how did it change the relationship at all?
No.
After that, okay.
Not really, because that particular relationship was like especially like
Just a sex.
yeah.
mat.
From the beginning, it was a bit like I want to try this. That,
Was this your banker days?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course it was. See, Rachel, all makes
There
sense,
we
doesn't
go,
it?
yeah.
Yeah.
This is when we got You can buy those bullets that you can control on your phone.
Oh yeah.
She was into that. So
Ah.
we'd go out and she'd have one of those bullets in, and I'd have the phone, and then she'd just get me to.
Oh,
Fuck
do
Like
you
she's
know-
there.
Do you know what?
Go
Fuck
get a gin and
it.
tonic.
Keep it in the house. Don't bring it outside.
There was something quite nice about like buying a gin and tonic. He's like, gin and tonic, please.
I know, what a waste. Jeez. And I won't even reply to a voice note. And you're there just playing with the. Wow, yeah, that was a real kinky. Well, I can't ask you that question.
Oh, go on.
No, because I know you've got a partner now, but I'm like, do you sometimes sit there and go, that was fun? Am I going back to that? Not like you would, but just
Yeah,
because of the
I think
kink.
that's the-
It's like what we were saying about getting it all out your system.
Well, that's just it. Once you've got it out of your system, you've got it out of your system.
Yeah.
It's done and dusted. But by all
I just
accounts-
imagine you getting pegged. Did you have a ball gagging as well? I'm thinking
Socks.
So, I am on tour. Roadman, thank you. Starting September 2023. Please do come see me on tour. We have also got the Shameless Delicious live shows. Yes. 16th of February at the Leicester Comedy Festival.
Leicester.
Do come to that. You'll see us there. We're going to have some live guests as well. It's going to be fun. Also, 4th of March, we are at Just for Laughs, London, doing Shameless Delicious. Jeez, we are getting a bounce. Now, let's go to Rachel. Rachel, get all your plugs out, man.
This camera. Oh, hello. I'm going on tour in January.
Woo!
It starts on the 19th, I think, in Newcastle. But I'm going all over. You know, all the main places: Newcastle, Leeds, Belfast, blah blah blah. All those places. That's on sale now. What else am I doing? I've got a new podcast. It's not all just all killer no filler. I've got a new podcast called GHOUL Guide, which is about the supernatural.
Oh, yeah.
And that's out now wherever you listen to your podcast. All Killer No Filler will be at Just for Laughs. I think that's on the 4th as well. You Dress Funny.
You Dress Funny. Oh, yes. So, we are... Oh, we can't actually... You know what? We're doing the Birmingham show.
Birmingham.
We are, 22nd of Feb. The tickets aren't actually on sale just yet, but we will be at the Birmingham Glee. Me and Rachel for You Dress Funny. And there might be a couple of guests from the show on as well. Oh, who knows? Maybe Rob Kemp. He's over the back there, yeah. We've got some fans. There might even be a Kwame Asante who's also... There might even be a Lindsay Santoro. I mean, who knows? I mean, I'm just going with guests. There might also be a... You never know. There's like loads of different people who...
Oh, you should come.
No, we're all right. We're fine. We can do without him. If you've never seen the show as well, it's all about comedians wearing outfits that they've never worn on stage before, and it ends up just turning into like a mad comedy costume party as well. So, yes, that'll be on sale soon. Eshaan!
I'm on tour, as you know. Starts in February the 23rd at Bristol, all over the country. Go to eshaanakbar.com/tour for tickets. And you've done all the Shameless Delicious announcements. That's really about it. There are
any TV? Anybody got any TV coming up? We never really talk about that.
No.
Guess not.
Well, is this the new year? There's something coming.
Oh, let me say this without giving it away. Obviously, I'm doing Dancing on Ice, starting in January. Please do come and please vote for us. But what Eshaan has is insane. And it annoys me so much because I love Eshaan, but I kind of always want to be ahead of him. Yeah. And in this case, he is fucking way ahead of me.
Isn't it nice when someone who isn't an absolute cunt gets good stuff? And
especially when they're actually good looking as well. It all kind of...
Right, so every week we really want to hear from you about your shame stories of other people. Get in touch with us on all the social media things that we've got at Shame is Delicious and Shame Delicious on Twitter. And what's our email address?
Have a guess.
shameisdelicious@gmail.com.
You got it.
So get in touch with your shame stories. We love hearing them. We love talking to our guests about it as well. So let's see, have we got one this week? Alice.
We have. Someone sent this in after hearing about Darren talking about his criminal past in JD Sports in Maryhill.
Oh my God.
I heard that episode.
So somebody said, I was at uni and one of my teammates worked at the local Morrison's. For some reason, me and my housemate got massively into collecting World Cup stickers, but were skint, so 50p per pack was a bit rich for our blood. Yeah. So we convinced my teammate to give us the old 5-finger discount. We'd take our shopping to his till, grab 20 packs each, he'd scan them through as 3. He got suspended and sacked. I think he was doing similar for others. But pretty pathetic being 21 and possibly getting a mate sacked over football stickers.
Aww.
21? I thought you was going to say like 12.
Yeah.
That is too old to be doing
That's too
that.
old.
Yeah.
Also, 20 packs. They couldn't just go with like, I don't know, 5 and pay for 2.
Have you stolen anything, Rachel?
Very recently.
Okay, change of pace.
Yeah.
So, right, okay. So I have stolen. I've never been like a shoplifter or anything like that, but I did once. When in our parade, where I'm from in Manchester, I went into the local Asda, and a woman was so fucking rude to me in the clothing section that I went in.
What, staff member?
Yeah. I went into the change room to try a top on, and I just nicked it. I didn't even want the top, and I did it just out of like anger. Anyway, recently I did steal something, but I think this is justified. So last week I was doing a gig in Manchester. I had some earrings with me. I'd forgotten the butterflies off the back to keep the earrings in.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, I'll go to Primark again and I'll just buy some cheap earrings. But then I thought, fuck it, I'm not queuing up. I just pinched 2 butterflies off the back and left the shop, and then I could pop.
That's why that bloke thought you might be up for trying up some knickers for him. He watched the whole thing.
But see, I think that's not bad. But I tell you what, I did get a bit of a buzz from it. I was like, oh God, imagine if I'm going down for this. Oh, just 2 butterflies off the back of it.
I'm not against that. As a guy who wears earrings and needs backs for some, I could understand why you'd want to steal that.
Yeah, and I didn't want to buy
Problem is though, it then goes
Can
to
you
earrings.
just buy the butterflies? Are you able to just buy the
Nah.
butterflies?
No,
No.
not in. You've got to buy the earring, and I didn't want. And then there was a massive queue. and I
Yeah,
thought,
Primark is bad for that.
I'm busy.
It's like TK Maxx. TK Maxx is bad for that with the shirts.
Yeah.
So sometimes the shirts might have like say like a collar bar in, but guys have already opened it and just took the collar bar off without taking the
Right,
shirt,
yeah,
and
okay.
it's just an open shirt.
I think thieving from like big companies, not a big deal. I think I've talked about the fact that my mum, every time she'd go shopping, she'd have a whole meal around the shop and not pay for it.
Oh, as in she would walk around eating.
Eating, yeah.
Because as a former security guard, not trying to brag, it's only theft when you leave the store. So you could literally...
Oh, is that true?
Yeah, you could have a whole meal, eat it,
Yeah.
but as soon as you walk out, then it's classed as
Do you know
theft.
what the funniest thing she ever did was we went to Tesco and they've got these rotisserie chicken bit.
Oh, I love a
So she picked up like 6 wings, got some boursin, the garlic and herb, just dip it into it.
Just
Walking around the whole supermarket. And I was like, Mum, like me going, like, you know, privately educated, could go, Mummy, I don't think you should be doing this. It's really bad. She goes, they made $2.3 billion on us. 6 wings and boursin done.
I just didn't pay for it at all.
No.
I think
That's
they
amazing.
might have changed that because of your mom. Because I'm sure now you have to pay for it when you're there. They don't give it you until you paid for it now because you have to scan it.
No, this is the thing they've got the barcode on it. You just pick it up.
Yeah, but I'm
Trolley.
sure some of them now you actually pay there.
Yeah, maybe.
Because your mom was walking around
He just
like
put
some
chicken wings
sort
away.
of
Looking at some fish, eating some chicken wings at the same time.
Oh, I do love those rotisserie chickens.
They're good.
Yeah, I remember me and my friend, arguably the blackest thing I've ever done. We all went and brought loads of chicken wings and went to the cinema to watch, I think it was Too Fast, Too Furious. And we just stank up the cinema eating.
That's great.
I remember when we got up, we were kicking bones because it was just chicken bones all over the floor.
Oh, you put it on the floor. Oh, I can't.
I know, I'm not proud of myself.
Is this bad for stealing? Right. So I used to work in a library, and it was a rare books library, and I really enjoyed working there. But sometimes because
Rare Book, something like You.
Huh?
Like the sitcom You.
You?
Have-
Is that a rare book?
Yeah, have you seen
Oh,
You
the guy
on
who
Netflix?
is that
Yeah.
about the guy who stalked?
Yeah. Stalks and kills all these women.
I watched a bit of it. I didn't really like it. You know what the bit I turned off at? When he was watching a woman, she was humping a cushion. I went, oh, okay, I'm out.
Oh, right.
I didn't like that bit.
She was
I like,
humping a
yeah, she was humping. I was like, oh, no, thank
Yeah.
you. Anyway, so what I used to do, obviously I used to work with books, but also occasionally, we had a gift shop, so occasionally if you'd done a tour, you had to do tours of the building because it's a historic building. I used to fucking hate doing that. So you go down to the reception and then people would buy a guidebook. Now, I was skint, right? And I'm talking bones of my ass skin, right?
Yeah.
So if at the end of the tour I'd go, oh, great, thank you very much. Hope you've enjoyed it. There are guidebooks for sale, they're £5. If someone gave me the exact £5, I just used to remember.
Oh, nice.
Really?
That's
But-
pretty bad.
But the only reason I did this is because I was so fucking skint that some days I was like walking to work. I was going through the bottom of like old handbags to try and get money. I was so skint at the time that like, and I didn't do it every time. I just did it if it was really
I mean, I'm in no position to judge. I was a bouncer for many years. The amount of times I took money to let people in.
Did you?
All the festivals was horrible. The amount of times I would take money to let people in, and then maybe 2 hours later they would get chucked out for selling drugs.
Oh.
and then I would look at them as they would pass me, and I would be like, "Oh no," because my number one worry is that they would say he's the guy who let me in, and it did happen on two
And they
occasions.
those are
Really?
£5 notes coming out
Yeah,
of
they
their
would. Yeah,
pockets.
because some of the guys didn't weren't allowed in. So remember balloons,
Yeah.
canisters. Remember when
Yeah.
that was like fucking massive?
Yeah.
Guys would come in with giant bags on their backs, filled like you would if you were trekking the Antarctic, filled with canisters to try and sell, and then they would offer you hundreds of pounds. And a lot of the time, we couldn't, as much as we wanted to, we would have to say no because it's too obvious.
What's
You've
the
got a
most
giant
you've
bag.
ever taken? What's the most?
What do you mean? Most money?
Money, yeah.
Oh, a couple hundred. Easily. Between us as like a group, you'd always make sure you worked with the people who had the same mindset.
Mentality, yeah.
Because people would offer you money.
How would
Normally,
you work that out? I'm very interested to work out how you'd work out which of your fellow bouncers would be willing to be in
it was the
game.
same ones that I would do drugs with when we went clubbing. It was pretty obvious which ones were into it.
What about
yeah.
the new ones? Did you ever like? recruit
Yes,
any
yeah.
new
If there
boys?
was a new one, yeah, we'd try and put them on a faraway position. out the way, so they didn't know. Because the number one thing people would want to do is they'd want to come in and sell balloons.
Quite
because
cliquey, that.
if I remember, balloons weren't illegal to do, but they were like you couldn't sell them. Like you couldn't really sell them out because it's a hired private place. You can't sell them there. The guys who were selling actual drugs, we never really dealt with them because if you're trying to sell cocaine, pills, ecstasy, or whatever in a club, you know the DJs, so you would come in through the DJ anyway, backstage, so we'd never see them. Or you would have them so strapped up here, even when we searched them, we'd never find them anyway.
Right,
but obviously, canisters, it's a lot harder because they were a lot bigger.
Yeah.
And how they used to sell them was they'd do 3 for a tenner or 1 for a $5. And if you've got 1,000 of them plus, you would make a lot of money doing it.
Yeah.
So our worry was always like, if we let some guy in to sell canisters and he gets caught, he's immediately going to point at us. And it did happen one time, and I lost my job.
I was always, particularly outside the Queen of Hoxton in Shoreditch,
Yeah,
all
of course.
Somali boys turning up with their canisters. There I was, hundreds of pounds of cash game. Hit me up.
Oh, man. They're the most
swindled loads.
overrated.
Yeah, they are.
They're not even a high. Have you done a balloon canister?
Once. That's laughing gas, isn't
Laughing
it?
gas, yeah.
And this goes back to an episode I was listening to of this the other day. What they called the Welsh boys, the
Dirty Sanchez.
Dirty Sanchez.
Yeah.
I went to Ibiza years ago when I was like 21. I didn't know who they were. Bumped into them in a bar. My mate knew who they were. We got hammered with them, and then we went to a club with them, and that's when I did that.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, is that
Overrated.
Yeah,
It's terrible. It's not even. I don't know what it is.
It's like poppers as well. I don't know how people do that. It's
Never
just-
done poppers in my
it's
life.
Just a headache.
Nah.
just a
I'll
headache.
tell you who's a big fan of poppers who we've had on the podcast. Have a guess.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Masai.
I was going to say Massa. Yeah, I was going to say Massa.
He loves them. He loves
Is
the
there anything he
poppers.
doesn't love?
He loves them, and you can buy them from the shop.
Yeah.
Because when we stayed in Edinburgh,
Room odorizer.
he'd always
That's
buy
what he still
poppers.
does, yeah.
And he loves,
You can
loves.
just get them in the newsagents on the counter, yeah.
Yeah.
I did not know you could buy them.
Yeah.
Look at you. Yeah, it's crazy. Oh God, drugs, guys. Hey.
But obviously, editorially, we don't advocate.
And nitrous oxide can cause long-term nerve damage.
Oh.
We should also say that nitrous oxide can cause long-term
Nerve damage.
nerve
It can
damage.
cause long-term
Yeah.
nerve damage. If
How
you're a
much do you-
fucking nerd,
How much do you have to do with it?
And I only stole because I was really skint. I would never steal now.
And I only,
Apart from when I had to the other day.
and I only let those guys in because I just wanted the money.
Because you were skint.
I was skinned. I
Everyone
was
was
broke as
skinned.
hell.
I've
Living in
never-
London's expensive, man.
I've never technically stolen. All I've done is
I sense a noble story coming here.
all
Yeah.
I've done is
I feel like a lot of your audiences on tour feel differently.
yeah. I haven't told yet. The only thing I've done is fix LIBOR rates, which I later found out was illegal.
That's way illegal. That's way worse. You know what? That's worse because it's corporate shit.
I didn't fix the rate though. All I did was call up the guy who could fix the rate. He fixed the rate, and then I
You know what it is? It's kind of like, I know it's illegal, but it's kind of like tax evasion. But like when you do offshore, like I know that's legal,
Yeah.
but it's bad.
Tax,
Yeah, it's bad.
tax evasion is legal. Tax avoidance isn't.
Tax avoid. Listen to this. Oh, it never leaves you, does it? That
Never
bank,
leaves
that- never leaves in that
Because here's the
bank.
thing. I've been telling people from now, if I ever get to that level of money, 100% I'm offshoring. I just want everyone to know. I don't want anyone to be caught by surprise.
Out of everything that we've said, out of
Yeah.
everything that we've said,
Yeah.
that is the worst thing.
Yeah, I don't care. 100%.
Well, okay, nurses, doctors, police officers.
I'll pay tax. I'm not saying I'm not.
You want to pay
zero
1%?
tax.
You want to pay that 1%
Listen,
tax?
1% of 10 million is a fucking lot.
Yes, but it's not the right amount compared to what everybody else
More
is
than
paying.
enough.
But-
More than enough.
He's never been poor, has he?
I do.
Never-
I
have you?
That's why, yeah. I have.
You know what it is? I just like the fact that you're saying it now because he's like, I don't want anyone to be surprised.
Yeah. Just so you know.
I don't think anyone would have been surprised.
Oh, good. I fucking hope not. So you're right. I just want everyone to know.
Eshaan has
100%.
offshore account. That's fair.
I've already got a Cayman account.
Have you really?
Yeah.
You're already like part scumbag.
Oh my God, is that a gold hearing aid you've got on
Oh,
there?
No, I can't do it. I've obviously we all pay quite a lot of tax as
Yeah.
comedians,
Yeah.
entertainers.
You
but
two do.
Yeah, but
I'm shocked.
I know it's weird, isn't it?
I'm shocked.
I know. It's actually
no, but I'm shocked at how much tax is because, like, obviously I've had jobs. I've worked since I was 16 and I was on like PAYE.
Yeah.
And it just goes. Now I'm like, you fucking want what?
Yeah.
I will
They've got to put in a whole fucking 16-digit reference number.
I will happily tell you off camera how much tax I've paid last week for personal, corporation, and VAT. It's and now that I'm buying a house, I have to now take out even more because I want to put a big
Deposit down.
Are you buying a
down.
house here?
No, yeah, I'm buying a house in Birmingham.
Nice.
Yeah. It's honestly mental. However, I support the NHS. I
So
think
do
what
I.
they do
Yes.
is absolutely amazing.
So do I.
And they deserve at least 40% of
Agreed.
all mine and Rachel's checks. And apparently,
And 7% of mine.
thank you for Rachel. Thank you so much for being
Thanks
such
for
an
having me.
amazing
I really
guest.
enjoyed
Star, we
myself.
love you.
On the show. What a way to end! Is people hating us?
Give us 5 stars. The more reviews you give us, the more money we make and the less tax I pay. So.
Shame is delicious. Shame is delicious. Making bad decisions. Shame is delicious. Making bad decisions. Shame is delicious. Making bad decisions. Shame is delicious. Making bad decisions.